It is Saturday, August 24th, right?
Yeah.
August 24th. This is Some Shit We Like. This is Mike. This is Rick. I am Bryce. And we are a podcast that records live on Twitch on the weekends when we decide to tweet it out. That's what we decide to do. So if you follow us on social media, you could watch this party. You can watch this podcast live. And if you missed that, that's okay because we will put up the audio of this show on Tuesday on someshitwelike.com and on your favorite podcast services. And if you don't want just the audio, Rick drives me crazy with all this stuff. But anyways, and if you don't like just the audio, you can watch clips throughout the week that we put up. Throughout the week. That's what we do. And then on Friday, you could watch the full show. I'm not going to cuss.
Oh, yeah, nice, dude. We do that today? I can do that. Let's do that.
No, we're going to cuss. At some point, we're going to cuss. We
can
try.
No, we are. Because yes, we will.
Let's just say we're not going to, and then let's see what happens.
All right.
Let's do family friendly.
But I know it's just going to pop out of my mouth.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So anyways, that's what you can do. That was it? I mean, I did it. It was weird, but it was quick.
Okay. I got something to say before we get started. I know we have a lot of shit.
Looks like you've got something to say.
Yeah, I do.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It needs me.
I had something amazing in the time I was gone. I'm not a fan of Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I went and got the Reese's Krispy Kreme donuts. Yo. So
describe them to me. Like tell me the construction of the donut.
It's a donut with stuff in it. No, there's one that has a peanut butter cream and one that has a chocolate cream filling. So they're filled donuts.
So that's what I want to know.
Right.
They're both filled.
They're both filled, but then the frosting on top, if you have the chocolate filled frosted one, it's peanut butter frosting on top. And if you have the peanut butter filled one, it's chocolate frosting on top.
And then this is all on like the traditional Krispy Kreme glazed donut.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And the peanut butter frosting with the chocolate center tastes exactly like a fucking Reese's peanut butter cup.
Nice.
And it is the best thing on the planet.
All right.
The chocolate donut, the chocolate frosting with the peanut butter inside is also very good, but you can't really, get anything too oily, like peanut butter filling inside of that frosting because it'll just separate.
Yeah.
So it's real subtle, the peanut butter flavor on the inside. It's real subtle. But that's not it.
That's not it?
No. They're traditional donuts. They're not like solid filled donuts. It's like a regular ass donut with the hole in the middle and everything. But yeah, it's super, super good. So if you like Reese's peanut butter cups,
their website is a lie.
Yeah.
Because that actually says go up, down.
That's there.
Yeah. That's wrong. That's not what they look like. So don't.
Krispy Kreme Australia.
Oh.
You're on the Australian Krispy Kreme site.
Australia site.
I don't know.
That actually looks better than the other. Anyway. But yeah, get the chocolate frosting with the peanut butter, or the peanut butter frosting with the chocolate inside. It's really, really good. It's like, that one. But see that one right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. With the
This
peanut
one
butter
right
top. Yes, it tastes just like a Reese's peanut butter cup, and it's fucking weird.
Interesting.
But they're delicious. So if you have a Krispy Kreme near you, either go at 9 a.m. like I did, or at midnight like a friend of the show, Josh, drove all the way from Irvine to City of Industry to get them the night they came out.
They didn't
have them anywhere near.
Or at the block?
They were all gone.
Wow.
He said the closest one that had them was Industry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
From Irvine.
Yeah, or from wherever he was.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're delicious. I just had to bring those up because I love Reese's peanut butter cups. I know you're not a peanut butter fan.
I'll eat. It's just not my favorite thing. Like
it brought me back to when we tried those Fruit Loops donuts on the show.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
And we were like, they taste just like fucking Fruit Loops. How weird is that? That one tastes just like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Have I explained on the show before why I think I might not be that into peanut butter?
No.
I didn't?
I
thought I did. I mean, I won't, like, without it being too long, because I don't really remember the whole story, but there's one point when I was a kid, I used to eat peanut butter a lot. Like, I used to do, my dad and my brother used to do, like, a snack, just a spoon, grab a spoon, and just eat peanut butter. And I still will eat it to this day. I haven't. It's not my favorite thing. It's not my first choice. I loved Butterfingers as a kid. I used to like Reese's Cups.
Butterfingers.
Frozen Butterfingers.
Mm-hmm.
I like them cold. Maybe not refrigerated. One of the two, either way. So I used to like Butterfingers. You did like Butterfingers?
I like them a lot.
Yeah. So I used to love Butterfingers. And I would eat Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, and I like those. But there's one moment, and I'm just wondering if this just turned me off. And I can't even tell you why. When I was a little kid, I used to get nosebleeds really easily. Like the heat would do it to me.
Yeah.
I'd wake up in the middle of the night and sometimes get nosebleeds. And one time I was eating peanut butter, and I threw up and got a nosebleed at the same time. And so I got like this mixture of flavors in my mouth of like, you can kind of taste the blood. Sometimes the blood goes into your mouth, sort of. And so I think that's just kind of like, I just
that
had
might
that
be the
experience.
thing that put you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not my favorite. It's just not my favorite thing.
Right.
I don't think I've ever at any point in my life liked peanut butter cookies, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Oh, those are my favorite.
But see, I'm particular. Like, I'm just... Like, I get mad. I understand it, but to me, I always get frustrated. Like, if you go to a party or an event or something, and they have cookies, and all the cookies have nuts in them or something. And I'm just like, isn't the safer bet is to offer the cookies without the nuts? Like, because I hate nuts in cookies. I don't like nuts in pastries, so that bugs me.
Do you like just nuts by themselves?
Do you like nuts?
Yeah,
on
I've told you
your
that
chin?
already.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Well, what kind of?
See, I almost cussed right now, but I'm not going to.
We can cuss. I just want to see if we like.
So
if we're thinking about it, I just want to see what happens.
It's
Call us out,
unnecessary.
cheesy. Yeah,
It's unnecessary.
Just see.
But yeah, I really like those Reese's.
I gotta try 'em.
Man, I just did it. Shit.
Was that totally natural?
Yeah.
I love how you called yourself out and then said shit right afterwards.
All right. Anyway, we can move on. Unless you guys got some other shit to talk about, we can move on. No. Okay.
Nope. So, movie news?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of it.
There's a lot going on right now, if you didn't
Yeah.
know. D23 is happening right now.
Nobody cares. Fuck Disney.
That
was intentional.
Can I have a question about
Can I finish?
about D23?
Yeah.
Is there a conference of some sort today too, or was the big boy yesterday?
Today.
I know, but I mean,
No, there's shit going on today too. I think.
so like, is there going to be major announcements today, or was most of like?
It was.
I think so.
What do you mean there was already?
Or there is going on.
That's what I'm trying to ask you, because I think something's happening like at 5 Eastern or something. So I mean, there could be like more news coming out.
Mm-hmm.
There could definitely be more news coming out.
Like, what was the one that happened yesterday? Was that about everything, or was it just mostly about...
Well, let's get into the news.
Okay, go for it.
If I do that. Well, if you want to talk about what happened yesterday, they talked about Marvel and Black Panther 2 coming out. It has its date now, which is coming out on May 6th, 2022. And
really?
And it's also bringing Ryan Coogler back to direct.
Probably Coolger.
Yeah. So, awesome. That is really awesome, because I think there was a time where they weren't sure if it was
He directed the first one?
Yeah. No, you know what? I'm thinking of Creed. That's what I'm thinking of. No, I think he was always going to come back to direct.
I still haven't seen that Black Panther.
Really good.
Great.
Me neither.
It's really good. Yeah. So like that's great. Like they announced that. They also announced more stuff too. They did announce I believe that was today. Emma Stone. They have an image of Emma Stone as Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna have her own movie.
Live action. Shits.
More live action. Yeah.
Yeah.
They also announced. I think this was today. Today the 24th. Yeah. They revealed the Star Wars poster.
Yeah.
For the last.
The Rise of Skywalker.
For the last Star Wars movie for the main Lucas films. So there's that. Like, well, let's show you the poster. Poster, movie mode.
That always confuses me.
So that's the poster right there.
I know that's supposed to. I know the saga is supposed to end, but does that mean like there wouldn't be an episode 10, even if it doesn't focus on? Like, will it just always start fresh?
No.
Or do you think they would still call something an episode 10?
Yeah, I think they would just probably call it episode 10 anyway.
What do you think?
I know that probably. I think so too, because they are doing 3 more after this.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not gonna. I know that it's. I mean, this is probably going on for the foreseeable future. I'm sure 30
Why
years
does that
from now,
look
we're
like
still
the
talking
Lion
about it.
King? I'm just like, come on.
You know what it reminds me of?
Lion King.
Bryce is no. Bryce isn't gonna get this because he hasn't seen the prequel movies, but it reminds me of that fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin
In
on
episode-
Mustafar,
Yeah.
where they're jumping on between those things.
Also looks like that episode of Star Trek that they spoofed
I
in
don't
Bill
watch
and
Star
Ted's
Trek.
Bogus Journey. Remember?
Mm-mm.
No? Oh my god, have you ever seen Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey?
Oh God, and there's the
Like,
Empire
bits
or
and
Emperor
pieces.
right there.
I actually,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what I think it looks like because I don't have any. I don't have anything witty to say, but I think the poster looks really badass. To
It
be
looks
That
honest.
looks
awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
It looks
I want
cool.
that poster.
Yeah, look at that eyeball, bro.
Yeah, Palpatine
Woo!
on the poster.
That's a
pretty
hot
fucking
eyeball.
cool.
I'm curious to see how they're gonna pull that off. But yeah, so yeah, they announced that one today. Obviously coming out December 20th this year.
There's new footage.
Yeah, so there's new footage.
This really
but
shows
you
like a
have to-
dark side array.
Yeah.
But they have
Well,
that.
no, you gotta show that.
Yeah,
That's like integral to the hero's character. You can never just be.
I think she's gonna end up being the bad.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's dude. Come on.
Yeah, especially
That's-
with The Last Jedi, like
Yeah.
her tapping into her darkness.
Mm-hmm. That's the way they should go,
But who knows?
but they probably
know until
won't
it's-
because they'll do something safe. Because
Maybe?
it's fucking Disney.
And then, yeah, I don't know. That's a whole nother discussion. But yeah, there's just a lot going on.
Can I say
right now.
something that's mildly controversial? I'm not a fan of the Rey character at all. She's not why I watch these
I'm not
movies.
surprised.
I don't like.
Why are you not surprised?
She's not a good character. There's nothing to her. There's nothing to her. She's the least interesting character of this current trilogy. Least interesting.
I don't.
I wouldn't
don't
say
know-
she's
I don't have a problem
that.
with
Like, I wouldn't go that far. Because I do like her character.
I wish they wouldn't have shot their load so hard with the Kylo Ren stuff in the Last Jedi, because that could have been something that was like more slowly drawn out to where you see why he is the way he is and how it is, you know, Luke's fault and all that, or Luke's fault. I think he's way more interesting. I think even though he was kind of downplayed in the second one, I thought Finn was way more interesting in the first movie than she was also. And I mean, Oscar Isaac, he's just so dreamy. How can you not like him, right? Yeah. So I don't know. That's and it's funny because like we always talk about on the show. I love strong female leads,
Right, yeah.
but I don't know. There's just something about her that doesn't come off that way. It just to me, it doesn't come off that way.
That's fair. I mean, I don't agree.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily.
think
Yeah, I don't have. I
either.
don't share that opinion, but that's fair.
Um,
I've never really thought about it either way. Though,
Right.
also, more news of Cheesy's bringing up in the chat. Taskmaster is coming on to be the villain for Black Widow. Have you got to him yet in the video game?
No.
Spoiler alert.
That's okay. That's all right, dude. I already know everything that happens in Spider-Man. Don't worry
okay.
about it.
But yeah, he's in the Spider-Man video game. And more news is, where was it? Kit Harington from Game of Thrones is joining the Eternals. Which, you're a fan of Game of Thrones. And
What was the Internals? The
those
Eternals
were
supposed to be
the
about?
gods.
The
Kinda like
internals,
the gods.
it's your insides.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't we like read the synopsis about
Yes,
that and
we
we
did.
thought it sounded pretty cool actually.
Yeah, it was like
Is that the one that's supposed
about
to be
the
their
gods.
attempt at a horror movie, or is that something?
No,
else?
that's something
That's
else.
something else. Oh, that's supposed to be the next.
about the gods on walking among us type of thing.
Okay. For some reason I thought it was going to be the next Doctor Strange.
Can I-
It's going to be a take.
No, that's...
Does
that's
any of
different.
this stuff really
Uh,
interest you guys? The Marvel stuff?
What?
The Marvel news, everything coming out today, like I'm not trying to be a dick. Like I'm
No, I know.
I'm being honest here. Like they showed their quote unquote roadmap at Comic-Con, right? Like that to me that would be the thing to be excited about. Like not the slow trickling out of ancillary shit to that roadmap. I guess Black Panther having a final like a confirmed release date, that's a big deal. But like all this, I don't know. Like
Well, a lot of the stuff they showed,
it seems
be
like they're sacrificing the shit they should be showing at D23 for other conventions.
maybe, but to be fair, a lot of the stuff that they showed at Comic-Con was a lot of it was Disney Plus stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Fair point.
A lot of it was shows.
I guess I'm just so tired of hearing about Disney and Marvel and Star Wars. Not that that makes me dislike any of that stuff. I'm just, to me it's overexposed, and like I would just much rather see a trailer and be like, oh shit, like like it used to be.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Wait, did you like quickly scroll through something that was Lady and the Tramp, and does that mean they're redoing
Yeah,
that movie?
they're also they talked about it.
Yeah.
earlier
Bryce, they're
this
redoing
year.
everything.
They're
They have to
redoing everything.
redo everything so they don't lose the license. That's the only reason they're doing this shit.
Animated?
No, probably not. It's cheaper
No,
to do it live
it's
action
not.
than it is to do animated.
But yeah, they're doing that, and also the Jungle Cruise too with Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
They already did one of those, right? They did one of those already, or is this
Jungle
the first
Cruise?
one? I remember hearing about Jungle Cruise.
I think that's still the first one.
Kevin, no, I'm thinking of.
No, that's Jumanji.
I don't think
Jumanji.
the Jungle Cruise movie I don't think has come out yet.
Okay, I just remember I've been hearing about this fucking thing for like 8 years.
I've been hearing about it too.
Well,
So
you
I felt like
I think you accidentally said Jungle Cruise 2, and
I
you
think
had
he
me
meant
thinking
also.
for a second.
He meant 2
yeah.
as an also, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say while you're looking that up, if you want to.
What's this Hulk thing?
She-Hulk was also announced.
Cool.
Moon
Who's gonna play her?
Knight, which is
I
a
just heard
superhero.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, which is
him
also
on
a
the
character
glass.
I like from Marvel. There's like he's like their Batman.
Okay.
That was a fucking trailer.
And
for
then
the
there's
game
also Ms. Marvel too, as well.
Okay.
I'm pulling this from Wolf's Discord, by the way.
Who's Ms. Marvel?
Ms. Marvel is there's like 2 different Ms. Marvels. There's like
There's Captain Marvel. There's Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be Mistress Marvel?
Well,
too?
I mean,
I think they're gonna.
it's like
I shouldn't think
it's
of
like
that.
Superman and Superboy and Supergirl
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Wonder Woman and
You're pulling that from our Discord?
No, from Wolf's Discord.
Wolf has his own Discord?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Why
Why aren't we
on
a
the
part
fucking
of it?
Discord?
I don't know.
What happens on his Discord?
Fuck.
They're pretty much the same thing that we do.
Well, where was our? How'd you get invited?
I don't know. I just got the invite.
Okay, all right.
I think it's because we're subscribed to him. I think.
Kevin, give me the 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how it is.
There you go.
It's fine. I agree.
So yeah, there's that.
I've always wanted a reason to shout that on our show.
Yeah. They showed also some more live action footage from Mulan as well too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
See, I'm real hyped about that. I'm excited
But
for
of course,
that.
all that footage you have to be there to see it.
Well, of course. It'll be out in
Yeah,
a couple of weeks,
but-
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna come out eventually.
Yeah, man, as much as I'm, like, we always talk about, I hate these live action remakes, but I really enjoyed Aladdin. I heard bad things about Lion King, so now I'm not going to see that.
Yeah, go out.
But Mulan, like that's one of my favorite Disney cartoons that they
Mulan?
stole from, something else.
Mm.
Like everything. But that's one of my favorite cartoons of that era, that 90s era, man. I love that cartoon. And I'm really excited for what they do with that live action Mulan. Because the trailer had me right away.
Yeah. That's
So
what I want to
is
see.
that something?
Yeah, keep going out. Okay, wait, I just want to see because it's Pixar and he's going to talk about Onward, and we were both really intrigued by that. So I want to
It
see what it
reminded us
says.
of Little Monsters, remember?
Yeah.
The real Little Monsters. Not the shits you guys talked about last week. Or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Next up, no, last week I think.
Was it last
I
week?
don't
Okay.
remember. Next up is Onward, which takes place in a modern fantasy world with elves. 2 brothers kind of okay. Well, yeah, blah blah blah. Is there any new information? No.
No release date, no nothing. Just
No, that's it. Why was Julia Louis-Dreyfus there? What's she going to be a part of?
ooh.
Lead star and footage. Wait, huh?
Oh, she's part of Onward.
Is she?
I think so, because it's still continuing.
No, because the next paragraph they're talking about Tom Holland and Chris Pratt.
Yeah, they're both
2 veterans
in
of the Marvel. They're not part of Onward, are they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
they're
are?
the leads.
they're the
Oh,
leads of
okay.
it.
Don't give me that fucking aren't you stupid laugh. I'll walk off the show, you prick.
Yeah, they're the leads, man. That's one of the things we were super hyped about.
Okay, go down. I forgot. Okay, imagery from Onward, Stephen, blah.
I had a huge crush on Julie Louis-Dreyfus, even though I wasn't a Seinfeld fan. I was like, man, I like Elaine.
You're not a Seinfeld fan? Oh.
Seinfeld's alright. Like, I'm not a Seinfeld hater, so don't, like, I understand sometimes when I say things, I paint myself as a hater of things. I'm not a Seinfeld hater in the least.
I could never
It's
get into it.
just not for me.
You nailed it, Cheesy.
What?
he said Seinfeld is GOAT, and Rick
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
give it enough of a chance. No, he did. I watched 20 minutes. No, you didn't. Anyways, carry on.
Hey, look, there's the door.
I'll go. No problem. Let's watch the fucking views go down.
Yeah, like I said, I have no problem with Seinfeld whatsoever. It's
Yeah.
just it wasn't for me. My favorite parts of that show were the little stand-up pieces they would show, the fake stand-up pieces they'd show before and after.
Yeah, that
like,
stuff's always really good too.
I always like that.
That stuff was funny.
I love the way
the whole show's funny.
flow. Like I love the way they would set up and cap episodes with that shit. Like that to me is like when Home Improvement came out, it would always said like, oh, based on the stand-up of Tim Allen. And like if you ever watched Tim Allen stand-up, like it's the super G version of Tim Allen's stand-up from the 80s.
I saw Tim Allen stand up actually somewhat recently within the last like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, and like
live.
I was in Vegas.
That shit is super funny. Like he is so funny, and if they could, I think if you were ever gonna rip something off of a television show, especially since Home Improvement was loosely based on his stand-up, that would have been the thing to do. Like I understand that it was different. It was wrapped a different way. He was playing the characters that he talked about in his stand-up rather than talking about a non sequitur and then having an episode be about that. It almost felt like Seinfeld almost felt like the show was a show inside of a show. Like it didn't feel like Jerry was this stand-up comedian talking about bits that happened with his friends. It felt like he was telling a joke, but then you see it play out in the show, and then he bookends the joke. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can see that.
It didn't feel
some
like...
episodes are like that and some aren't, but I can definitely see that.
Yeah, and like that's something I always really appreciated about the way that show was structured. But yeah, Julie Louis-Dreyfus, super
There's
hot.
so much...
Super hot.
There's
love
so
some
much good
episodes
stuff on
about
that.
it. Yeah,
There's
I
so much
love
good
some
stuff on that
episodes.
show. You can't watch 15 episodes and be like, oh yeah, it's not good. It's not for me. You can't. It was the superior show on Thursday nights, by the way. Over Friends, 100%.
I don't know.
It's not even a contest.
I didn't like Friends either. I'm not a fan of that show either. My show was Frasier.
I see your wow, Rick.
My show was Frasier. I thought Frasier was better than everything on fucking TV.
Frasier was funny. Should we get into the meat?
Yeah, meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't that. There was a lot of meat already.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean.
Well, that
yeah.
was a lot of fat. Like that's why I was asking about like, is this Marvel stuff really exciting? Because it just seemed like a lot of gristle on the steak. There's some steak coming up.
Yeah, I'm like I've said this in a previously deleted episode.
Oh God! Don't.
But
start
I'm
this
kind of
shit
like
again.
sitting back and relaxing and watching what happens
Yeah.
with the upcoming Marvel stuff.
Just because of the way this phase ended was like, that was like, oh, that was such a satisfying.
It was very satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But like I'm really excited for the what ifs
Okay.
because I like what ifs.
Yeah.
You know, what if you know what the what ifs are? You know, they're like, what if so and so got the hammer?
What if this is this, or what if that's
Captain America had the hammer instead of
that's
Thor,
always
and,
the fun part about anything, like video games or book series. Like
For
the
a
what
second,
ifs.
I thought you were going to the couch.
No, the what ifs
about
are
it.
always super fun. Like you and I have conversations like that about Uncharted or Last of Us, like fucking all the time. Like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if like this was the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think that this Marvel universe is the closest that fans will ever get to having their what ifs
This is a live action
satisfied. You know what I
comic
mean?
book.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
to life. Spin-offs and shit. It's interesting. Interesting time to be alive.
All right, Kevin Smith. Let's get into.
All right, so Disney and Sony are, according to Deadline, are in a standoff ends with Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige's involvement in Spider-Man. Well, it's just kind of already been resolved-ish. So Marvel and Sony met up again to like.
They had to renegotiate their deal. Their
Renegotiate their
3-movie
deal.
contract was up with Spider-Man.
Yeah, and so they brought up 50-50 co-stake with like Spider-Man.
Right.
And
And Sony said, "How about 70-30?"
They pretty much what it seemed like they rejected it.
Sony said no. How
They
about
declined.
70-30? And Disney declined.
I don't remember hearing the 70-30.
So here's what I'll say. Everybody's trying to make Sony out to be the bad guy in this
They
situation.
are.
And I think that's garbage. Because if
'Cause
if Sony came to Disney and said, no, I think you'd be very interested in this.
No,
I
I want
think
to
you'd
hear,
have
but
the
you
same
guys,
thing.
just go ahead.
If Sony came to, let's say, like the Boba Fett thing, the Mandalorian stuff or whatever, like, let's say Sony had an idea for that, and they came to Disney and said, we have this great idea, here's the pitch, and Disney was like, yeah, cool, and then Sony said, we want a 50-50 split. Disney would say, get the fuck out of here.
Well, the thing is, like, Sony owns Spider-Man. They rightfully own
They own
Spider-Man.
the movie rights to Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Everything else, Marvel has.
Yes. So, like, I understand why people are upset. Like, they're not letting Kevin Feige come on and be a consultant
Uh-huh.
with Spider-Man for the Sony movies. Because they also said here, like, he's going to be busy anyways because he already has, the Fox stuff that they just acquired.
Yes.
So, like,
they're going to
they're going to assuming that he doesn't have enough time to handle
Right.
everything all at once, is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they're saying. So the 50-50 deal is like that's not a fair deal for Sony at all.
No, it's not.
And it's like it's robbery, basically.
Yeah,
in almost in a sense.
it's so shitty because again everybody's like, oh, Sony this, Sony that. Like, did you see what
Oh
Stan
yeah,
Lee's
they
daughter?
do own the video game rights.
What
I saw that.
Stan Lee's daughter said?
Yeah.
I'm surprised more people aren't talking about
No, they don't want to because that's not what they don't care about the human being. Nobody cares about the people involved in this shit. They only care about getting what they want.
That really, for me, when I heard that
That
really,
sealed it right there.
That really made me just feel dirty about Disney owning Marvel
Yep.
at all. Because
Yeah.
it sounds like it just, I don't know.
And like, I'm not sure if he's even involved at all, but like the whole stuff with Lucas was like, oh, we're doing these Star Wars things, but he's gonna be a consultant. He doesn't necessarily have a say.
He doesn't have power, but they
But
can take his advice.
we're gonna
if they want to.
we're gonna ask for this. We're gonna ask for that. I haven't heard anything about them consulting
Yeah,
Lucas.
I haven't either.
And again, like his daughter said that not only have they not reached out since he passed in any way, shape, or form. Like before he died, they were flying a 95-year-old man around to bank fucking cameos for movies that were just starting production or weren't quite in production yet because they want that shit for their movies because they want the perception of this is me now, not her. They want the perception of we care about Marvel and Stan Lee, we care about you guys. No, they don't. They care about making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all they fucking care about. And like again, I'm not begrudging them for making money. Make your money. I'm one of the people
They're a business. They want to make money.
And I'm always the guy that will say, like, when people say, isn't there such thing as too much money? Fuck no, there's not. If you can make money, make money.
Ooh, I don't know if I fully agree. You
Like,
can
I
make
just-
money, make money.
But I hate when people say that about somebody. People were saying that about Howard Stern when he wanted to get his tapes back from Clear Channel when he left terrestrial radio. And like they said no. And I was like, well, he only wants it so his channels are, mean more to Sirius. But isn't there ever, he's already making so much money. Isn't there such thing as making too much money?
See, that when it's worded like that I don't like. I don't like when people think, like, it's the same thing. It's like the shit Metallica caught with the whole Napster stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, aren't they rich enough? And it's like, I do think there are some people, and like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not begrudging them because they're making the money, but I do think there are some people in this world that have way too much money. Where it's just like, whoa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in the big picture, like, when you start thinking...
But
like,
I'm never going to begrudge that person for making that money however they make it.
I'm not-
Unless
I'm
they're
not
doing shitty shit.
begrudging them.
Unless they're doing shitty things the way Disney is doing shitty things.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. This is a whole different thing, but between that security bullshit that happened at Disneyland not that long ago,
Yeah.
what they're saying right now,
Security?
The fight
that happened at Disneyland that
Oh.
lasted way too long and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And then what Stan Lee's daughter is saying about Disney. And then for me, Disney is the bad guy because they fucking own the rights to Monkey Island. They're just going to let it rot and to die. And just because they can own more stuff.
Okay, yeah. Oh, let's
hate it.
do that. Let's say Double Fine's owned by Microsoft now. So here's another deal that would have to be with two major companies. If Double Fine came and said, "Hey, we want to make another Monkey Island game. We got this great idea. And Disney's like, okay, but we're only going to give you 70-25 financial split. Yeah. 75-25. Double Fine has the right to say, no, that's too low. But they would be crazy to ask for 50-50. They would be insane to ask for a 50-50 revenue split. Because, yes, they're bringing the content. Yes, they're bringing the art. But they're only bringing the art to a property that already exists that Disney happens to own now.
Yeah. But you know, like, I know legally he can't, but someone that I feel like has every right to ask for 50-50, if not full 100%, is the fucking creator, Ron Gilbert.
Right.
And that's why he doesn't want to touch the damn thing unless he has the whole fucking...
Yeah, like, right. And it's he probably he doesn't even want the money. He just wants full creative control over what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And there's no way Disney's going to give that up. There's no way Sony's going to give that up. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't. And if they can't come to a deal, if 70-30 isn't enough for Disney, fine. Don't begrudge either side. Just, you know what? They couldn't come to a deal. That's it. But, come on, Sony, stop being greedy. Let Marvel have their property back. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
They rightfully own it.
Sony went out and bought the rights to that property when it didn't mean shit and nobody fucking cared.
Well, Marvel, I believe Marvel sold them to Sony and because they were going bankrupt. They were in the bankruptcy stages. And they also wanted to make a movie, too. They made Blade, and then X-Men was the next movie that they wanted to make.
Yeah.
And they sold the rights to Spider-Man.
And until Sony got the rights to Spider-Man...
helped them stay afloat.
Nobody cared about Spider-Man as a movie franchise. Nobody.
So what does this ultimately mean right now? Because I'm not fully... I don't know. So right now, if things stay the way they are, nothing's stopping Sony from making a movie?
No.
Because they own it?
Right.
Yeah.
So Sony could just... Like,
they can go off and make it.
What people are mad about is they want Spider-Man to be part of the Marvel
MCU.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much.
I was already on the Sony side of this just because of the business aspect of it. It's like, no, this is a property that they own the rights to. And if they don't want to do a 50-50 split with Disney, they don't have to. And if Disney wants to use this property, they're going to have to find terms that work for both parties. And if they don't, then they don't. And that's just how business works.
Yeah. And, like, they can... I mean, they made a lot of money with Far From Home and Homecoming. And with the Venom movie, apparently made a lot of money, too.
Apparently, aren't they still... So this is, like, not a negative split because isn't Marvel still trying to negotiate with Sony on Venom? Separately?
No, they own Venom.
Do they own Venom?
Yeah,
now?
because it's part of the Spider-Man universe. Everything that surrounds Spider-Man.
I know, but I thought they broke it out individually.
No.
No? Okay.
No. It was a whole deal.
Okay.
Because that's why MCU couldn't say mutants, because when they sold X-Men, everything went to them, including
what were the
villains
using?
And
what term were they using? They weren't using mutants. They were using a different term. Recently, I can't remember. Anyway,
like Reborn or Specials or something. I don't remember what it was. I forgot.
But yeah, man, like this is shitty for fans of the current iteration of Spider-Man. It sucks.
I mean, it does suck. Like it sucks that we're not gonna have Tom Holland in an MCU movie. But at the same time, but
you still may have Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
But you're still gonna have. I mean, he signed on for 2 more. I think he's signed for 2 more movies.
I also think the big takeaway from this is it's not over.
No,
it's not. I mean,
they just haven't came back with the counter offer. That's all.
Yeah, Disney had kind of said like no, like there was stuff out there saying like that they were done negotiating, but that's bullshit.
Oh no, Brian just tried calling me. I'm like, hey, we're recording, and then
no, he's in the chat. Okay, but yeah, man, it's a shit situation on all sides. But I am definitely on the Sony side of this, like. If somebody, like I said earlier, if somebody came to Disney and wanted to use one of their properties and Disney was like, yeah, sure, and then that other company asked for a 50-50 split.
Civil War.
Disney would tell them to get the fuck out of here. There's no way they would do a 50-50 split with one of their properties. No way.
Yeah.
I just realized Brian said F Sony.
Wow,
Cheesy's like F Disney. Love it. Brian, why'd you call? Let the chat know or text me back. Don't ignore me.
But yeah.
I mean... I think according to this article, there's still, as far as the director goes, like it looks like they still have him on. But yeah, I mean, as long as they can fulfill their next 2 movies with Holland, I'll be interested to see what Sony does creatively with them.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like again, this is just what we have right now at face value.
Yeah.
Things can change.
Oh, for sure. They could change. They could be changing right fucking now for all we know. You know what I mean?
But what the news that we currently have right now, like I'll be interested to see what they do. I think their next step is probably going to be Sinister Six. I honestly think that's what they're going to do next.
That's what they were fucking going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Marvel got a bug up their butt and wanted Spider-Man back, and I was way more excited for that iteration of Spider-Man. I think if the Amazing Spider-Man 2 wouldn't have got butchered in the cutting room, so they could pass it on to Marvel, because that's what happened. You could see that in the movie. I think I like those 2 movies, even though 2 is butchered in the editing room. I still think it's a fun, it's a good Spider-Man
story
movie.
there that was not properly told.
Yeah, and because it was told out of order.
That and yeah,
I guarantee the opening to that movie was the climax in the edited version. Was Gwen Stacy dying?
Yeah, because Mary Jane was supposed to be in it.
Yeah. They shot shit with her.
They shot scenes with her, yeah. It was, what's her name? Shailene Woodley.
Yeah, and I remember even saying that Gwen Stacy needs to die at the very beginning.
I think it's Shailene or something.
Shailene
Woodley, yeah. And I guarantee that's what was supposed to happen. Because that fight at the end was completely out of context and out of nowhere. It made zero sense in the way they edited that movie.
I have to watch it again. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Because there's all this great stuff with his parents, and there's so much good shit in that movie,
I was hoping
man.
that it gets into the parents. Because that's something we've never seen.
Yeah. They did a good job of
screen.
Even though it was edited out of sequence, there's good shit in that movie.
But Andrew Garfield was too damn good looking.
No, he was
too good looking.
Get over it. Who says Peter Parker has to be ugly? All Peter Parker has to do is be...
We're done.
It's
We're
awkward.
done.
Yeah, exactly. All Peter Parker has to be is awkward. That's all he's ever described as. That's all he's... I know, but you're on my side. Shut up. You're on my side. That's all that's ever described as Peter Parker.
He got the awkwardness right, but he was still...
Yeah, he nailed the fucking awkwardness. And he also nailed the arrogance of being Spider-Man. He fucking nailed it. Don't turn me down!
No, that's spiking.
Yes, Andrew Garfield's a good-looking dude. Yes. But there's nowhere in the Marvel comic universe does it say Spider-Man's kind of unfortunate looking or Spider-Man's not so handsome.
If you looked at the original comic.
Who cares? But that's how you visually tell a story. When you can tell that same story with someone's acting, you don't have to make them look how you made them look in the comic book. Words are hard to get across if you're reading them.
Worked for X-Men First Class. They sort of look like the comic book, especially at the end of the second one.
I hear you, but you're not hearing me. If I sent you a text message, you would read it how you want to read it. You would put your own inflection and your own emphasis on it the way you want to, depending on your mood. When you read words in a comic book, it's the same thing. That's why they draw the characters the way they draw them in the comics, so you read it the way they want you to read it. You see it, you read it, and you digest it. When you're doing something in motion on film where there's acting and someone who is a good actor like Andrew Garfield, you can get that awkwardness and that nerdiness across without him being a goofy looking guy. Period. End of statement. Andrew Garfield was a great Peter Parker and a great Spider-Man. I wish they could have continued down that line. But Marvel wants Spider-Man back in the MCU. We need to do what's right for the fans. Come on, Sony. And they did. And I did not like Homecoming. And Far From Home looks super enjoyable, but I just haven't seen it yet.
It's better than Homecoming.
I'm sure it is. Because it's actually a fucking Spider-Man movie. And not a backdoor Tony Stark movie. Anyway, come on back, Bryce. I'm done. Overall, fuck Disney.
So, again, all this can change.
Thank you for helping me make my point, Bryce. That was clutch when I needed it.
Shut up! I'm just saying. I was sitting here for so long. You guys are going back and forth. I'm just like, I'm just doing this, looking at the camera. I'm like, I'm just gonna go.
So you made Bryce so upset, he walked off the show.
Gets me with
Well, he's
feeling
done
awkward.
that a few times already. It's made me want to do that.
Look, you got me all sweaty now.
Because I was what?
It's
What'd
because you were feeling awkward.
Yeah. Nobody's going to piss me off.
Okay.
Continuing on Sony.
That's going to be a great clip. Speaking of
Continuous
Tom Holland.
and Sony.
Okay. Dan Trachtenberg pieced out of Uncharted, which kind of bums me out because I know how much he loves those games.
Yeah.
And he probably would have told a great story.
He told a fantastic story.
Yeah. But again, he wasn't writing, he was just directing. So we don't know. Maybe he didn't like what he was receiving script-wise.
Directing's just another way of storytelling.
And then, yeah, but you got to go with what you're given as a script. So especially when it's a big company like Sony and they're a huge franchise. So I mentioned this in the car.
And
This
Disney
is
wants a part of them too.
this is his formula. He was a part of something that was supposed to be huge, Why the Last Man, pieced out because he didn't like the production, and then made 10 Cloverfield Lane. And that is like universally loved by people. He was a part of a big franchise in Uncharted, didn't like what he was receiving.
Say it bluntly when you could just say like, yeah, it's creative differences.
Yeah. Boom. He's out. So now, in 18 months, maybe 2 years from now, we're going to get a fucking amazing movie from Dan Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
That's his formula.
You want to know what my formula is?
Don't fucking make this movie.
Yeah, fuck this movie.
Yeah.
I'm so over it. Like, nobody cares anymore. Maybe some people do, but, like, the franchise is over, so to speak, traditionally,
It's on ice.
supposedly.
It's
It's
on
on ice or whatever. I'm done with it. No one cares, and by the time it comes out, it's been through so much drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
No one's gonna give a fuck.
Just like Why the Last Man.
We're cussing. Like, it's just coming out. It's just coming out. Like, we were totally fine cussing on the show, but we jokingly said, hey, let's see how long we can go without cussing. Nope, didn't last very long. But honestly, like, I heard this, I'm just like, I don't even fucking care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I honestly haven't really even cared about this movie, even in the height of the franchise. Because I'm just like, it's not going to be a good movie. I just don't think it's going to be a good movie. Not that I'm trying to judge something before it comes out, but just because I just don't think the video game is going to translate. I just don't think it's going to. It's not.
I think-
never going to be what I want it to
Those
be.
characters can translate. And, you know, their stories can translate. But it's never going to be what you quote-unquote really want. You know what I mean?
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, could they pull a movie out of it? Yeah.
And it'd probably be
But
a pretty fun movie, but
it's
it's
the
not
s-
going to be the one you want.
It's the same reaction I had to what was the short that we watched recently with like the high pro? Was it Nathan Fillion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like it.
Nope.
Because it was stupid. Like it felt like it was trying to be the video game, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
A video game is a video game. If you want to craft a story out of it, if you want to make this some sort of 2019 or 2020 or whatever the fuck it would come out, probably at this point 2032. If you want to make it the 2032 version of Indiana Jones, then go for it. But guess what? Indiana Jones 5 is already fucking happening, so we don't need it.
Did we already get a 5?
No,
That was 4.
That was 4.
That's 4.
So yeah, that's how I feel about this story.
I think that
Next.
the only way this movie would have been successful is if it would have been 6, 7, 8 years ago when we originally did our casting. And
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
James Roday, Elizabeth Banks, and Bruce Campbell.
Hell yeah.
That's the only way this movie would have been successful.
And maybe then I would have been more on board, but
At that point.
But even still,
Yeah.
like I'm just
True,
at a point
true.
where I'm just like, no, I'm just done with it.
I think the fact now that Trachtenberg is gone, I'm kind of not really interested anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the only thing that was keeping me interested,
Exactly,
honestly.
same.
Because I don't like the casting of Tom Holland. I don't like young Drake. I want
Yeah,
I want
Nathan
my
Drake
Nathan Drake.
I'd be willing to bet that this movie, like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I would be
By
the
the
first
time
one
it
to say,
comes out, it's
no,
gonna be adult Drake.
Seriously, yeah, exactly. Or fucking elderly Drake. Tom Holland will have gray hairs by the time it comes out. But seriously,
Tom Drake is gonna play Sully by the time this movie comes out.
yeah, it's exactly. But I'd be willing to bet that this movie would completely bomb. I don't even think it would make good money.
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't.
And so it's just like, why even do it at this point?
Just go play the game again.
So,
Play the game again, or at this point, move it to fucking Netflix or something and just have it run on there.
fucking TV show with James O'Day. Woo! I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
So the
You can play
other
Sully.
the other side of seriously, the other side of this though is that you remember about 8 months ago when Sony announced that they're opening, PlayStation announced that they're going to start using PlayStation to make films and
Yeah,
shows.
right.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what you're kind of doing with this. Right?
They have picked up
This.
the baton now
Yeah.
since Trachtenberg is gone. Sony or PlayStation's films or whatever they're called said, give it to us.
PlayStation Protections.
Let's do it. This is the only way that this movie is even close to what I would want. Is if the people that are super involved in the video game franchise are super involved in the movie franchise. But I still don't think it's going to be good.
No, it's not. So PlayStation Productions has just picked up its first failure. Congratulations.
They have,
I don't know,
they
man.
have Aria Rod,
They did announce that a Twisted Metal TV show, which would have been horrible.
Oh,
really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
But
am I going insane?
No.
No, I seriously
No,
want to
you're
know.
right.
Like, I don't fucking think that this is like, oh, I'm getting older and I don't understand what's going on in the world anymore. Why do we live in this situation or this world where we're just fucking rehashing everything? And we've talked about this so many times on the show, but I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Let's take things that were popular, that were original at the time, and let's make a TV show out of it now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's live action every fucking cartoon movie that was good. Why can't we get new cartoon shit? Why can't we get new whatever?
Yeah.
This is so ridiculous. Like, is the creative tap that fucking dry and empty? Like, I just don't understand.
I mean, and like, to be fair, most of the shit that we're considering original when we were kids was already ripped off from something else.
I mean, I guess
You know what I mean?
I don't
Like-
know. I mean, you can make that argument, but like, I don't know. Where's DuckTales from the 1960s? I didn't see it. Like, I'm just saying. Like, it's so.
I
I'm
knew
so
DuckTales was
fucking
terrible,
tired
by
of
the
it.
way.
And then yet a lot of people fucking love it. I can't get past the animation, and I can't get past the fucking voices. The voices aren't distinct at all.
No. They all
I
sound
don't
the
know.
same.
I'm so sick. Like, it is ridiculous. I'm
It's
looking
bad,
at all
man.
the stuff and just like everything is being redone.
Yep. It's just the cycle they're in because they don't want to lose their properties.
Yeah. I mean, did you not put it up there? Like, do you have the Matrix story up there?
Yeah.
Or
sure. Oh,
because
sure.
I didn't see that link open because
Yeah.
this guy's not excited
Yeah.
about it. But I mean, I know you guys bickered about that a little bit in the Discord, but I'll even
Someone
fucking.
got rid of it. It's not here anymore.
There was only
It was definitely in there.
there was only
definitely
two
in there.
things in there, and I added.
I saw it
the
last
Uncharted
night.
thing.
I know I posted it in the Discord, but I definitely saw it in there. Well, anyways, it's whatever. It's whatever. What are we gonna say about it? It's happening. The original people are coming back. Cool. I mean, intriguing, but it just goes along with exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said in the Discord, I am interested to see what kind of stories they can tell in that universe.
Mm.
And again, I'm in the minority. I know I am. But as a trilogy, I really enjoyed The Matrix. Yes, one stands on its own. You can watch one and not watch anything else and be completely satisfied.
Did you watch the Animatrix?
I've seen a little bit of it. I haven't watched the whole thing. I have the Blu-ray set. I have the Blu-ray
Watch
set.
it.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that again.
But as a trilogy altogether, I really like The Matrix. And I know that's unpopular to say because everybody wants to hate on it because it didn't end the way they wanted it to end or this didn't happen the way they wanted it to happen. Like I was saying in the Discord, this is the first instance of internet outrage was The Matrix 2 and 3. It's the first one I can remember.
I don't remember it as an internet outrage at all.
Oh my god, it was all over.
I remember like in newspapers and stuff, but like on TV. I know I sound old.
It was
But like I remember some people had like mixed opinions on it. I just remember when
It's definitely the internet age, man. I mean,
I know it was the
we're
internet
talking
age, but I'm just
2002,
saying.
2003,
Chris Gore and Film
2003,
Threat
2004.
and all these other things that were online outlets hated 2 and 3. And they always cited because I wanted this or I wanted that and I didn't get it. So these movies are fucking terrible. They're not. As a trilogy, those are good. Don't watch 2 and 3 by themselves or 2 and 3 together. You need to watch all 3 of them. Just like any good trilogy, you watch all 3 movies. I've never once seen a good series of anything where everything is standalone. That works in television, but usually there's always some kind of overarching story. But it doesn't work in movies.
Are we gonna do an in review?
We totally could. If you'd be willing to sit down and watch it without walking out.
I'm just saying. This shit's insane. Okay, Matrix 4. There's a new Bill and Ted coming out. I won't even be like, I'll be equal opportunity here. Something that I like. Coming to America 2
Nope.
is happening. All the same people are back.
Yeah.
I love Eddie Murphy. I'll wait and see because I'm excited. But 30 fucking 2 years later, they're dipping back into that well again.
Yeah.
What are we? How much further back are we gonna go? I need something else, please. What up? You bring it. Throw it.
Oh god.
But like,
Okay.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it is. I just looked it up to double check. 1988 is when Coming to America came out. And in 2020, we're getting Coming to America too. Am I happy to see some R-rated Eddie Murphy again? Fuck yeah, I am. Do I think it could actually be funny? Sure. Do I think I might even actually like it? It's a possibility, but it doesn't negate the fact that it is absolutely ludicrous that we are dipping into a 32-year-old well to bring out more new entertainment.
Remember when all that Beverly Hills Cop shit was coming out and you and I were like, no, why?
Yeah.
Why? Oh no, it's gonna be a TV show now. No, why?
Yeah, I don't get it. I would maybe argue, no, it was still fucking old as shit. I was gonna say maybe Beverly Hills Cop 3 happened soon enough to where I'm like, okay, I can maybe swallow a 4. But even then it's still a lot of time had passed. It's just insane. I know we've rehashed it so many times, but it's just like, I feel like I need to wake up from something. Like, I just cannot believe that we're that creatively tapped.
Yeah.
Are you gonna write something soon?
I don't know. Maybe I might have to.
Maybe
I have to save fucking Hollywood.
You know what I want? I want a horror story from you.
Shit, he fucking turned towards me and everything.
I want you to write a horror story. And how much you like horror. And
we're living it. It's the endless remix of all the things we love.
It's happening.
That part in Rocco's Modern Life movie that we just watched recently, how we went to the reboots and remake land.
Yeah.
Like, that was fucking hilarious.
It's fucking insane.
That's pretty much what we're living in.
Yeah.
And all it does is it just like, it stamps the fact that all Hollywood is concerned about is making money.
Yep.
Which, of course, they're in business to make money, but right now it's like their sole purpose is cash grab. Yep. Cash grab here, cash grab there. Oh, cash grab at my dick, cash grab at my ass.
The fact that another Ghostbusters is being made.
And then here's the new angle. But we got all the original people. Like, that's supposed to soften the blow with this stuff now.
No, you don't. You don't, because Harold Ramis is dead.
But you get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah,
like, that's the new thing.
But that's my point. Yeah, no. I remember saying that about Coming to America. I was like, I don't fucking care if it's the same writers, directors, crew. I don't fucking care. I don't want it. It's unnecessary.
Yeah, it's insane. I'll gladly take a new movie from all those same people called something else.
Yes. 100%, man. 100 fucking %.
And again, I'll cover my ass now. That movie might come out and I might think it's fucking fantastic, but that still doesn't change what I'm saying right now. It doesn't change it. So yeah.
So since you went off on that, shifting to something original.
Okay.
Or original as you can get, is a movie that I recently just saw.
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot I saw this. I should have talked about this on the show, which I am now.
Stay hydrated, guys.
The Peanut Butter Falcon.
I saw a trailer for this recently. I don't remember where I saw it, but I was like,
I think we were supposed to see it on the show, but we never did.
Okay.
But yes, the Peanut Butter Falcon. Zach, who has Down syndrome, runs away from his care home. He doesn't have a family to take care of him, so the state put him in like an old folks home, and for him to get taken care of.
Okay.
Because he's still a minor, and he wants to make his dream come true by running away and finding his favorite wrestler to teach him to go to wrestling school.
That's why I saw this.
Yeah, to make his dream come true by becoming a wrestler.
Yeah.
By being taught by his...
Mick Foley's in this, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it stars Shia LaBeouf, Dakota Johnson, and then Zach Gatsagan is his name.
I didn't see it. Go up. Let me see. I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, something like that.
And it's kind of like a road trip movie, which is something that I really like.
It's fucking The Wizard, bro, but wrestling. Oh
it is. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh my god, Bryce and Mike has to see this.
Yeah.
They have to see this.
Will you at some point please explain the name to me? Because the name of this movie pisses me off.
Peanut Butter Falcon?
Yes.
That's his wrestling name.
Okay. Why?
You have to
watch the movie.
To know it.
That's really that big of a spoiler about why he's named Peanut Butter Falcon?
But you don't want to know that. You want to. Come on, Bryce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Google it yourself later, bro. I don't want to know.
For some reason, though, like the fucking title of this movie just irritates the shit out of me because it just feels
because you don't
like
peanut butter.
No, it's not even
We
that.
just talked about
it just feels like It just feels
Bryce,
like
you won't,
an
you
artsy
won't
title
vomit.
or
You won't
something.
vomit and get a bloody nose from this movie, okay?
All right.
So yeah, this movie
This remains to be seen.
So yeah, the guy who plays Zach, he's pretty much this innocent person.
Yeah.
You know, like, and he finds his way, his path crosses Shia LaBeouf's character, who's kind of like this guy who's out on sea, that pick up like crab and stuff. I don't know what they're called, but he goes around. He says crab, fisherman. Yeah, fisherman boat. I guess.
Oh, he said crab, not crabs.
Singular.
And he ends up like stealing from other traps and stuff like that. He gets chased down, and he ends up having to run away. While Zach is stuck in this home,
He's in what?
he's stuck in his home.
Oh God, I thought he said he's in sucking this home. That's why I stopped. I'm like, what?
He's stuck in his home,
Okay.
his old home.
Shit, now I just heard he's stuck in his hoe. Fuck, man. I don't know. Go ahead, sorry.
And like one of his things he loves to watch is wrestling videotape. And then you can tell by watching it, it's like an old 80s wrestling tape.
Yeah, that's
So,
what
like-
they're making it look like. That's cool.
And it has Thomas Hayden Church as the wrestler.
Okay.
I'm
sorry. I'm not laughing at you. Look at the still of the fucking video on the thing. It looks like she's looking at somebody and like, man, you know what? And his dick is this fucking big.
If you watch the movie, you'll know what they're talking about.
I do want to see this.
But yeah, the movie is so like full of heart.
I'd never even heard of this movie.
And I don't know what to say.
Oh, I'm just saying. Have you seen? Oh, you don't have to say anything. I'm just saying I'd never. Had you seen a trailer?
Yes, I had. I had seen it.
Yeah.
I had seen it scrolling through Facebook. It was something I came across in my Facebook feed, and I remember Shia LaBeouf specifically in his performance. Like, I really want to see this movie. I like Shia LaBeouf to begin with. I think that dude is completely
He
underrated.
always puts his everything into his fucking films.
Yeah,
and,
he does.
He does a really good job here, as well as Zach too, which I don't know who's using his real name in the movie.
Could you imagine if like someone like Sean Penn came out now with his method acting? He'd be looked at as a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Everybody would talk shit about him.
Yeah.
But he'd go on to make these iconic movies and these iconic roles. That's the way people are treating Shia LaBeouf because of the way he throws himself into projects.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Like I always say it, man. I'm so glad Muhammad Ali came around when he did, and he's not around now. Because instead of being an icon,
He'd probably be considered a villain.
yeah, he's Floyd Mayweather. He'd be considered Floyd Mayweather,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
or on that level.
Yeah.
I'm not putting Floyd in the conversation with Ali.
I got you.
It took you a second.
No, I
That's
got
not
you.
what I'm doing.
Oh,
Okay.
Jake Roberts is in it too, and John Bernthal, and
Yes.
whoever plays Zach is Zach in real life too. Interesting.
Yes.
Nice.
Zach and Zach.
So-
I definitely want to see this. I'm glad you like this
I
movie.
like this movie a lot.
Okay.
It was incredible, especially with all these remakes and reboots and whatnots.
Yeah.
Like this was definitely a nice breather between all that.
I wonder if somebody actually like
And,
this. It's like The Wizard, but wrestling instead of video games. That would be the pitch.
I mean, you could say that if you really wanted to. I mean, it is in the sense of a road trip where he wants to become a wrestler.
Yeah.
You know, he wants his wrestling match.
That's awesome.
You know, and the friendship and like it's about friendship between these two characters, and it's really good. I recommend it. Go see this movie if it's playing near you.
I definitely want to see
He's at a loss for words. It's that good.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Well, I don't want to ruin it,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of good things. It's like storytelling at its best, man. It's really that good.
Cool.
And the premise is just there, Well, I mean, the picture.
It's hard. It's just.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hard. That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the size.
Go
of
see
it,
the
so-
movie.
Yes.
I highly recommend it.
Awesome,
I
man.
loved it. And I
So
think you'll love it too.
Does Shia LaBeouf come through the way I think he does just by the trailer I saw? Is he like, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
That dude's so underrated.
So, anyways, that being said,
Let's
we
get
have
on to our
trailers.
fucking mountain of trailers. Headphones on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this first trailer, I think one of you guys put it in.
I put it in. This is for a series, and I
Politician?
put it in because it's from Ryan Murphy, and it's his first show for Netflix.
Which one is this?
The Politician.
So, every single trailer in here, I was like, oh, I'm glad they put this in there because I was going to put this. And then I was like, what the fuck is this? I didn't watch it,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
this is
yet.
the only one I had no knowledge of.
I watch
beforehand.
American Horror Story, and he's one of the creators of American Horror Story, and then this is the first deal of his Netflix deal.
The trailer for The Politician starts now.
Running for student body president. That is why I'm proud to introduce my running mate today.
What's that guy?
Infinity Jackson!
Sherry has an 80% approval rating.
And a fan account on Instagram.
So evidently there's a videotape with some footage of you using an offensive gay slur. Do you have any idea what I might be referring to?
Do you have any idea what time it is?
Shut up, ma'am. I'm not gonna take your bullshit tonight, okay? What did you say on the tape?
She said butt munch. She called an obviously gay reporter butt munch.
Damn it! This is all over now!
I want that trophy.
See, gentlemen, I'm gonna be president of the United States. I'm merely stating a fact. I will be president someday. I'm warning you. Do not screw with my dream.
Your ambition frightens me.
I want that trophy.
This school deserves better than you.
If you want to beat them, you need to embrace your inner coldness unapologetically.
I want that trophy.
Gotta help Peyton.
We hate Peyton way more than you do.
Think I should kill him? Why?
Yes, I do.
I don't know yet if I'm a good person.
You don't have to be a good person, as long as you do good things.
Tell me all the stuff that would make a difference to you. What do you care about? Can't believe it.
That I'm a stone cold bitch with ice water in my veins?
I want that trophy.
This young lady would like to vote.
She can't without a student ID. Otherwise, they'd bus in a bunch of kids from other schools to vote illegally.
That's insane.
Peyton's possibly a homosexual.
Astrid is a raging bigot.
I don't understand why calling that gay man a butt munch was such a scandal. That's what gays do. Munch butts and celebrate Halloween.
We should have him assassinated. Too dark?
I will win at all costs.
I have a crime to report.
Did you do it, Peyton?
It's so hard to have to try so hard all the time.
You're gonna change the world, Peyton.
How do you know?
I want that trophy.
Yeah, I was curious to hear what you guys
Looks
thought.
really cool.
Fucking Ryan Murphy, man.
So what do you think, Rick?
Shit has that dude has way too many ideas. Like, it's annoying.
So I got excited when I heard he had a deal with Netflix. I'm like, oh, that should be really cool. And then
There's
I heard
a lot of alums from these
yeah,
other
yeah,
shows.
yeah, from American Horror Story and other stuff. But then I heard that the first show was going to be called
Yes, Brian.
yeah. Then I heard that the first show was going to be called The Politician. I'm like, oh god, it's going to be like a. But then I'm like, then I saw this trailer and I'm just like, oh,
It's more like
that's not what I fucking expected at all. So
Yeah.
like comedy, like Election or something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Yeah.
like that movie with Matthew Broderick. Right? It was Election with him.
Mm, yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's
Oh, yeah.
Project and Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, I don't like Reese Witherspoon, but that's why I said Matthew Broderick.
anyways, I think that looks really cool.
That looks really good.
I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow. When a lot of that was also
Jessica Lange, Ian
Roberts,
McDermott. No, Zoe Deutsch.
You're a
Oh, okay.
Or, yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
how you say her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that dude is just too,
No, Emma Roberts.
too fucking creative.
Yeah.
I like what's his face, the lead
Yeah,
from
Ben
Pitch Perfect.
Platt. Wait, did I just make that
Yeah,
up?
Ben
No,
Platt.
you're right.
Okay.
He plays Peyton.
I was reading a lot of names like, oh fuck, did I just make that up?
God,
Yeah.
I've only known one Peyton in my life,
Well, okay.
and he was also a dude.
I really liked him.
Rick's
in-
gravestone.
yeah.
I only knew one Peyton in my life.
I really liked him.
Dot.
in
And
Pitch
it was a
Perfect.
dude.
So I'm excited about
Yeah,
seeing him
yeah.
get to be more.
Yeah,
So it's a comedy series, September 27th. Excited.
definitely.
I love that the fuck butt munch is the thing.
I
That's
wasn't
so
expecting
funny.
that.
That's so funny. I was like, oh god, are they gonna go the super serious route? No, they're gonna make fun of outrage culture. Fucking thank you, butt munch. That's what they do. They munch butt and celebrate Halloween. I gotta send that to Ben. He would fucking love that.
Yeah.
Man, that looks really fucking good. When does that start?
September 27th.
Oh, I'm gonna binge that.
I'm glad,
watching
man.
that, dude.
All right.
If I'm done with Borderlands, because Borderlands 3 comes out the week before that.
Oh yeah,
the 13th. Sorry, Rick. Go ahead.
A couple weeks before.
I was gonna set up the next one. You talked about it being so political that you kind of like rolled your eyes about it. This one is political.
Yeah.
So
no, I just mean based off the title, I'm like, oh fuck, because I'm not really into politics, so I didn't know what the tone was gonna be. So the trailer surprised me.
So before we watch this,
not even like politic movies, or like political movies.
Not really. It's just not my thing. Like I kind of like not suffered, but like I really had to force myself to try to watch House of Cards. And I just like it's just not my topic, man.
Yeah.
I just don't.
So you wouldn't watch a Vice then?
Probably not. I mean, I know you said that it's good, but it just doesn't. I wouldn't.
It's Adam McKay.
That's fine.
And Adam McKay has a good way of like keeping you in the movie.
I wouldn't refuse. I'm not saying I would refuse it, but it's just not something I'm gonna watch on my own.
I have to say I did this. I said the same thing about W.
I think with The Big Short.
About what?
W. With Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Okay. George Bush. And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking watch a movie about that guy. But then you watch it, and Josh Brolin is so fucking good in it.
Really is.
Oh my god.
Sam Rockwell plays W. Vice.
In Vice, yeah. Josh Brolin that movie is so good.
Yeah. I'll give anything a shot.
You know, after I watched Vice, I went back and was like, I want to go see W because I haven't seen that in a while.
All right, sorry. Let's move on to the next trailer, which is the report.
This is for.
I am all fucking in on this. Before we even get into it, I saw this trailer independently.
I haven't seen it.
It's for Amazon.
For Amazon.
Movie or show?
Movie.
Stars Adam Driver.
Who's fucking killing it right now, by the way. You go, Kylo Ren.
After 9/11, everyone was scared. Scared it might happen again. It was my second day of grad school. Next day, I changed all my classes to national security.
Morning, Dan.
Morning, Senator.
Have you seen the story today in the New York Times?
Evidently, the CIA destroyed tapes of interrogations of Al-Qaeda detainees.
I want to find out what was on the tapes, why they were destroyed.
No paper.
Paper is a way of getting people in trouble at our place.
At our place, paper's how we keep track of laws. Last night I found this. He's detainee number 24. Have you guys used this thing before?
No, we watched your video.
They waterboarded him 183 times. Everything they got from him was either a lie or something they already had.
If it works, why do you need to do it 183 times?
Maybe when the report comes out, people will finally see that.
Is that Annette Bening?
I vehemently disagree with the narrative here.
The United States does not torture.
Dan, you need to be careful here.
They can't destroy the documents. They can go after the next best thing. You.
They claim they saved lives, but what they really did was make it impossible to prosecute a mass murderer, because if what we did to him ever came out in a court of law, the case is over. The guy planned 9/11.
We will not allow this to be covered up.
The intent is to gain intel, save American lives.
History is written by the victors.
We need to change our approach.
How is that even ethical?
Nothing could be further from the truth.
Democracy is messy.
If the Times had your report,
We would print it tomorrow.
No. If it's going to come out, it's going to come out the right way.
So wait, what was it gonna be called? The torture report, and then they crossed it out.
Well, I think that's just a.
I think it's cool.
The thing that got me the most excited about this trailer specifically is John Hamm, because ever since I saw $1 Million Arm, I was like, that dude would be an amazing villain in something, or amazing, antagonist in something.
Yeah.
So
Which movie? Which movie?
$1 Million Arm.
Oh, yeah.
Who, by the way, side tangent, one of those guys is signed to WWE and just made his NXT debut recently on
Really?
house shows. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Anyway, looks fucking rad, man. That looks so good.
I think that does look good. So let me clarify. I can enjoy stuff when it's kind of I like that angle of it. Sort of like a, I don't know, like a conspiracy,
like a thriller
sort of thing.
Right.
Obviously I don't hate everything that's like that because I love The Newsroom.
That's true.
I liked what's his name? What's the documentary that we saw? Snowden. I love fucking that.
Citizen 4.
I like watching it too. But yeah. So there's some exceptions. So yeah,
That
looks
looks
good.
really
That's
good.
really good.
Looks good.
That's why I said
Yeah.
Adam Driver's just killing it right now, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've been watching Adam Driver since Girls, so
I had no clue who he was until
yeah.
Force Awakens.
That's why it was weird seeing him in Girls, and then he was in
I
Force
knew he was
Awakens.
in Girls, but I didn't watch Girls.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has everything that I like. This is the first time again, like I didn't watch any of these trailers, and that trailer was fucking good.
That's a really good trailer.
It's intense and like they have great actors in it, especially with Annette Bening and Adam Driver. Like, and yeah,
John Hamm, bro.
John Hamm, Michael C.
He's
Hall.
so dreamy, John Hamm. So
Corey Stoll, come on.
Yeah, all those people. Adam Driver is, like I said, he's just been killing it. Like everything he's been in, I've wanted to see since I saw him in Force Awakens. But
15th. Yeah,
this looks amazing, man.
Yeah, it comes out November 15th in theaters and then available on Prime November 29th.
Oh, that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like WWE was releasing their films
Mhm.
so they could get distribution.
Yeah.
They would release it
Yeah.
for a week in theaters, and then it would be available on DVD.
Jennifer Morrison is in that too. Is
But
that
yeah.
who I think it is?
Um,
Yeah, it is. Interesting.
Who is she in?
She was in like Once Upon. I'll show you.
So we talk about this stuff all the time.
Once Upon a Time.
I really don't like procedural television shows like your CSIs, The Law and Order. Like I don't like that stuff. I really don't. But when you do it like this in a movie, like I really, really liked Highwayman this year.
This is a dumb question. Did you see Argo?
I have not watched Argo yet. No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's,
God, that's the movie I'm in.
I
and
know.
you haven't
That's why
watched
I can't watch
it.
it. I can't support you.
I did really like Argo. Though.
You and your buddy Ben Affleck in the
I know.
elevator talking about.
Didn't we go? We went to the.
We went to the premiere. Yeah.
But like earlier this year, The Highwayman I really, really liked, and that was a procedural detective thing with one action sequence at the very end.
What was The Highwayman?
It's
That was a Netflix movie.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh,
the detectives
okay.
that track down Bonnie and Clyde.
With Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson and Dennis Quaid.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So good. And this is like, I love this shit. Like, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to like and wanted to watch The Social Network, because it had this same kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
But
Well, if you get past the first,
I can't. I can't. I've tried.
then you'd be surprised.
Oh my god, it's
happened?
so
Oh my God.
bad. I
What's the
can't get
problem?
past the first opening 10 minutes. Like, it's just.
You know, I
it's-
recently,
I don't
well, I would
remember.
say how recently, but I sort of recently watched that movie again, and it still didn't feel that long to me.
Oh, it felt like an hour.
It didn't feel that long.
That
to me.
opening feels like an hour fucking
After
long.
he leaves the pub and like he's walking through the
I don't
courtyard.
remember it at all.
You don't remember it?
No.
But
I remember
anyway.
liking the movie though.
I'm in on this. I like
That's
Adam
awesome.
Driver. I like a lot of the actors that they announced for this. So
Cool.
this is gonna be awesome. November 20th on.
Number
29th.
29th.
On Amazon.
29th.
I'm not even gonna try and say I'm gonna see it in theaters. I'm not.
There's
You'll see it on Prime.
There's
There's
no
no
point.
point.
There's no point. Okay.
All right, this next one is from Netflix. It's called Welcome to the I-Land.
This was on my radar earlier this week.
Did you
and
see
I
it?
was gonna watch
Okay.
the trailer and I didn't.
Because
It's short. I like that
Yeah,
because I think this starts real soon.
I believe so.
Something comes out on the 12th.
That's the big question here for all of us. Nature versus nurture. Can we change a person's circumstances and by doing so change a person?
Fire Festival.
What?
I was like Fire Festival.
September 12th. I was right about that. Is that a show or a movie?
It is a.
So it's Far Cry 4. Remember?
Yeah.
The opening of Far Cry 4. It's Far Cry 4.
Limited series.
Limited series starting September 12th.
Again, that's not a knock, but that's the first thing that popped into my head.
I actually wish they showed me more. Like,
Yeah,
I'm kind of
like
intrigued.
a travel ad. From what I've read, it has like similarities to Lost, but in horror form.
I'm intrigued. I wish I saw more though.
Lord of the
I was gonna
Flies,
say
Hunger
that,
Games, Far Cry 4.
Yeah, Brian said it too. Hunger Games meets Instagram influencers.
That's what it is, man. It's was that Steve Austin movie? Condemned.
Yeah.
It's like this is so again. Here we go. This is something we should talk about then because we were just railing against repackaging things. This is taking a concept and doing something different.
Yeah. Totally.
Which is completely acceptable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It looks interesting, and I remember really loving the opening of Far Cry 4, and that's exactly what this reminds me of.
This synopsis does way more for me than the trailer, and I'm not knocking the trailer, but the synopsis: when 10 people wake up on a treacherous island and have no memory, they soon discover this world is not as it seems. Like, that has me more intrigued than the trailer.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to check that out.
Yeah. The September what?
12th.
Sorry. September 12th at midnight, I'll be playing Borderlands.
I was like, don't be sorry. It didn't take that much for me to tell you the date. Like, it's all good.
All right. 2 more trailers left. This trailer is called Bombshell.
Yeah! I'm super excited for this.
You saw this already?
No, but I know what it is because...
I have no idea what it is.
Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen were on Howard Stern for... what's it called?
Was that the same one I listened to?
Yes.
I don't remember
They talk
mentioning
about this. They
What the fuck is that movie called? The Something? Isn't it The Something?
Yeah, what's that movie called we watched? Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron. What's it called?
The Something.
Anyway, it was really fucking good. It was really good. I'm not going to look it up.
So yeah, Charlize Theron.
I love all the names in
Nicole
this.
Kidman and Margot
Because you could be an asshole without, like, Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, Margot Robbie.
So she talked about this because Howard asked about playing this person. And she said, yeah, we just finished shooting that.
All right, let's take a
And she was kind of excited about it.
That's like me and
the long shot.
Long shot. There's
yeah.
no gun.
I know, yeah.
It's like hot leg. And I'm like,
That's it.
Nope. I was
There's
so
like an
convinced
S
there
in
was,
it.
I was so convinced there was a the. Which, what a shot in the dark, Bryce. I think there's a the in the title. Way to go out on a limb there.
All right, here we go.
And then I fucked it up. Is that Margot Robbie?
Yeah.
It is? She looks so different in like almost every movie.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a three-way in the elevator. It started with a whisper, then the panties dropped.
Hot in here.
Yeah, see? Damn it.
Oh shit. What is it? I want to see it. I don't know what it
I'm going to
is,
say
but I
the
wanna
same
see
thing
it.
about Charlize Theron that you said about Margot Robbie.
She does too, yeah. Right after I said that, she walked in the elevator. I'm like, oh. But I was like staring at... I thought that was Margot Robbie the whole time, but I was looking at her face. I'm like, wait, is it?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's not either of the other two. But like, I was trying to look beyond her outfit and her hair, and I still couldn't.
I remember talking about this with one of Alexis's cousins, who's also older than us, but it's hilarious.
Mm.
We were talking about I, Tonya, because he was excited to see it, and he said he actually watched the trailer reaction that we did to I, Tonya. Were you here for that? I don't know if you were here for that.
Oh no, I don't think so.
And then I was talking about it, I was like, it's so weird. And he's like, what? And I was like, Margot Robbie, she's not for me, but she is a gorgeous woman, and they somehow made her completely not gorgeous in I, Tonya.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Charlize Theron's
They
the same
tried.
thing.
They
They
tried.
tried. She still looked good,
Still
but
fucking gorgeous.
But right, you know what I mean though, like.
No, I'm with my. She looks fucking terrible in I, She's not.
And they do the same shit with Charlize Theron. Like, she's a woman in her 40s. She doesn't look that in this movie. Like,
so this is based on some. Well,
yeah,
it's based on real stuff.
It says a group of women decided to take on Fox News head Roger Ailes.
Probably just Ailes.
And the toxic atmosphere that he presides over the network.
So I get that this is based on. It's like a technically considered a biography. It's based
her
on
character
reality.
name, Charlize Theron's character,
Megyn Kelly.
Megyn Kelly. That's the last
Oh.
name. So this is a movie about like the year and a half or whatever that Megyn Kelly worked at Fox News. So it's a point in time.
Yeah.
She's not playing. It's not a biopic of Megyn Kelly. It's this specific time frame, and that's
Jesus
something she
Christ.
mentioned on the Stern Show. It was like,
Okay.
This is that. This is not, her coming in or anything like that. This is literally the shit that went down at Fox News.
All right.
Alice Eve.
I actually think that's a terrible trailer though.
Stephen Root.
Like if you don't know
the story,
like that,
if you're not sure what it is,
yeah,
yes, that's
an
a
awful
bad
trailer. John
But
Lithgow too.
Knowing what it is, like
Yeah, look, I'm not saying I wouldn't be,
Yeah.
but I just mean like in a vacuum, that's an awful trailer.
who's playing Roger Ailes in this? Is he the character?
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow is
John
really
Lithgow, wow.
Okay, cool. Isn't that the
Ashley
same
Greene.
character
Is she
that
the Twilight chick?
Who?
Ashley Greene.
Yes. Yes.
Connie Brighton too. Crazy.
Yeah, it is a big
That's a
cast.
good cast.
Yeah. And I think Charlize Theron's production company produced this. I think
that's what she mentioned on the show. Yeah.
And Jay Roach is the director.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. She did this with Jay Roach.
What's he done? Austin Powers. Right? What else has he done?
Click on his name, Rick.
I looked quickly.
They're like they're friends. Her.
Austin
Meet the
Powers.
Parents,
Meet the
Trumbo.
Parents. The Mark Trumbo biography.
Yeah. Is it
Hey, I
a
think
quick descent into nothing.
Yeah, I know. I think someone already mentioned it, but you know Screwball's on Netflix, right? That fucking baseball movie that we've been
Is it
watching.
really?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Holy shit! Okay,
Yeah, we need to watch
Alright,
that.
I need to watch that. All right. I'm interested because of the story. That trailer did nothing for me.
Yeah, the trailer was
other
awesome.
than Margot Robbie and Charlize Theron looking hot as hell. I'm in. I was already in when she talked about it on Stern. So
Yeah, see, I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah,
Like, so
you were in Japan.
I don't remember it, but
They
from everything I've
briefly
read
glossed
now
over.
and with the fucking cast,
Yeah.
a solid cast like this, I am definitely in.
I just
Again,
think-
like I'm more into these type of movies, anyways.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny. Is like something clicked with Rick when two girls got off the elevator. He's just like, I'm hit. Like, I was sitting here.
no.
I was
I
sitting
saw
there.
the
No,
Fox
wait, no, hold on,
sign.
wait, just wait. I was just kind of like, did I miss something? Because like something just clicked with
Yeah.
Rick right then.
Well, you got to see his girl by herself standing in the
Yeah.
elevator.
Thought it was
He was
funny.
imagining
I didn't see the
him
Fox sign,
going
so
into
that's
that
fine.
elevator
Yeah.
and hitting that emergency stop button.
But I totally created the porn parody of
You
this.
did.
Like, absolutely, it happened live.
Yeah. It's fucking hot in here. I agree.
Yeah.
It is hot in here.
Okay, man, I
And
agree.
it started with a whisper. Like
Yeah.
they're all
Yeah.
awkwardly with each other in the elevator. It's like, fuck, man. Porn parody. We should make that.
What's Brian saying? He's the yellow one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, he said Frank the Tank, damn it. I don't know what that was from, too.
Cheesy, will you ban him? Just kidding. Don't.
Well, Brian's a mod too.
Oh. Why'd you make Brian a mod?
I don't know.
I
I thought he'd be in here.
Is
a lot
he a
more than that.
subscriber? Does he sub to us on Twitch?
No.
Obviously not, because he calls me and didn't know I
Yeah.
was recording.
Anyway.
Next, the big grand of them all.
He says he's subbed. He must not have the Twitch app, though, or something.
No, he follows us.
He's
subbed.
subbed on
Yeah, you're not
YouTube.
subbed.
You're following us on Twitch.
Yeah, you're not a subscriber.
Follow on Twitch. You don't
Cheesy's a
sub to us.
subscriber.
Yeah, that's why he has that pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza bagel.
Pizza! Let's watch this last
all right,
trailer.
so The Mandalorian has
Fucking hot.
the trailer out,
Miserable.
and we're gonna watch it right now. The Mandalorian.
Is this like
Jon
brand new?
Favreau? Yeah, this just came out.
Because this wasn't in the...
This is for a show.
yesterday.
This
yeah,
is
for
a
the
show.
show on Disney Plus.
Okay.
What's a Mandalorian? Is it like a competitor to the DeLorean?
Slice.
Yeah, the mandolin. Jon Favreau's doing this?
Yeah.
Did you watch this already? I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Brian
just subscribed.
Man, now you have to invite him.
Thanks, Brian. It's Gus Fring. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Rick's freaking out.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. Don't you agree?
Okay, so Star Wars always described as Lucas as like a samurai film in space. That's the way he pictured it. This is a fucking Western in space. And I'm all in on this shit. All in!
That looks really cool.
Hell yeah, it does.
Fuck, that looks awesome. Holy shit.
Still, fuck you, Disney.
Yeah.
But damn, that looks good.
Yeah. Wow.
Brian just said now I need Disney Plus. I could totally make a joke right now, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Why can you just say fuck Disney?
Huh?
Because he said fuck Disney earlier.
No, I was Sony earlier.
Well, fuck it, I'll do it. I'm like, don't worry, Brian. I'm sure you'll probably use someone else's password like you do for everybody else's stuff. I'm going on the couch.
Why? You like that? Sit down.
You guys are going to have a deeper discussion.
No, we're
about
really
it.
not.
Okay.
We're really not.
We gotta keep.
But Rick got real excited
Yeah,
about things.
dude. Okay, there's a lot of really cool shit in here. This, when we saw the trailer for that Respawn Star Wars video game, you and I, Rick, got super excited because like, oh, you've never seen anything like that in the Star Wars universe with that vibe or that feel.
For
the Respawn game.
the Respawn game, yeah.
And this is that. Like, this is fucking that. This feels like that game trailer. And I said, this has me more excited for anything in the Star Wars universe because it feels different than everything else. Here's that, but for television or movie, whatever you want to call it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that looks so fucking cool, man. So cool.
It says here, after the stories of Jango and Boba Fett, another warrior emerges in the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order. We follow the travelers of
we follow the travails.
Of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic. It's in the right time.
It's a Western.
Even right in between the two movies or two sagas, like, holy shit!
You guys know how I feel about Westerns. Like, this is that, man. This is gonna be awesome. So excited for this.
Yeah.
I was excited at the prospect of this when they announced it last year or whatever, that this was something they wanted to do. But man, does this have me super excited for it. And I'm going to use whoever's password Brian uses too.
$6.99.
Yeah, IG-88. I did not expect that. He's also like a robot bounty hunter.
Yeah.
In layman's terms, I guess.
Layman's terms.
You layman. Why are you such a layman?
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember fighting him in the video game Shadows of the Empire.
Yep.
Like, he was such a pain in the ass.
Such a good game.
And I've read I've read a comic of him too before. So the fact that we're seeing him like this and like fucking shooting off that gun and like, oh my god, dude, that
Doing
was awesome.
some gunslinging, man.
Yes.
So is the
I'm not a fan of westerns, but I see this and obviously a western, but it has that Firefly feel.
Like, give him a fucking duster and a robot horse, man, because that's all that's missing from making this really feel like a western.
Yeah, it looks so good. Dude.
What's up, Wolf? Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, Wolfie! Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So Mike and I are upset that we aren't invited to your personal Discord.
Yeah, what the hell, bro?
Is the Mandalorian like what is
Bounty Hunter?
I mean, that's from what? Earlier movies?
He's like a clone. I believe he's a clone from.
Is it from the prequels?
Yes, from the prequels. Take place after the prequels.
Yeah, that's why I don't know.
Yeah. You guys see the prequels? I feel like.
Sure, I could probably just watch
4, 5, 6, and that's it. I still maintain that's the proper order to watch Star Wars.
I'm so super excited for this, man.
I liked Force Awakens, and you know we're in the minority with liking The Last Jedi because a lot of people don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's still 4, 5, 6, and that's it.
I think
every time you say that, I'm just hearing Cherry's Jubilee, and that's it.
I just think for more comprehension, more
comprehension,
more comprehensive look
to understand more. I guess the
so
backstory of the Mandalorian. You would have to watch.
Okay.
The prequels because he's one of the bounty hunters like Jango Fett. He was a clone.
Boba Fett in 4, 5.
Oh right, he doesn't know Jango. Boba Fett. Remember Boba Fett, the had Han Solo and Carbonite.
He delivered Han Solo.
Yeah.
So
is this?
They always did
Boba Fett. About that too.
They did Boba Fett wrong in those movies because Boba Fett is the only person Darth Vader ever references face to face, like with a reverence or a respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He says, you know, that'll do, bounty hunter. Like he doesn't talk to anybody like that at all, which makes that character inherently way cooler because even this guy was like
top of the line bounty hunter. Yeah.
Thanks, dude. Like, and then they just they do him dirty. They just fucking do him dirty. And then it goes along with this is that whole like let's take that coolness of that character and try to make these bounty hunters cool again.
Yeah. Also, Wolfton bring this up, and I forgot to put that in there too. Remember how last week we talked about how I told you to put the well, yeah, you weren't here, but how I told you to put the Instagram story up before, just in case anything new comes out about Obi-Wan.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's announced that he is coming back to be.
Oh yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi in a TV series on Disney Plus.
Nice.
So we're also going to get that too on Disney Plus.
As well as a bright spot of those prequels for sure.
Yeah. Bounty hunters are the shit. So dude, I don't know. I could go on forever, but like this was the door closing on him.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's gonna be good, man. That's gonna be a good series for sure.
Yes, GC Dick is hard.
HARD.
No, he just said Dick hard. It hits differently. Like
so,
Richard Hart.
did you hear? Okay, you listened to Major Wrestling Figure podcast this week. Did you hear them talking about their T-shirts they have? The Hard Foundation.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know if they got to that.
Because that's where Zack Ryder always says that when he talks about a toy that he's super into. He goes HARD hard.
Yeah.
And so they have a shirt now that looks like the Heart Foundation logo, but it says Hard Foundation on it.
Yeah, we talked about that.
I'm thinking about buying it.
You should.
But yeah, that looks so cool, man. That's so cool.
Yes.
Video game stuff. Like, there's a lot of shit, man, that we could go on about and rant about, and it's similar to the Disney-Sony situation with, like, there was this stuff with Apex Legends where they kind of ruined the meta by having all this stuff being purchasable and everybody being upset about that, but everybody forgetting, like, you don't have to do that because it's all cosmetics, and then people from Respawn were tired of fucking hearing it and came out and said, hey, this is how the shit is. Like, stop it. Mm-hmm. And now they're the bad guy.
Yeah.
Bless you. Same thing happened with Gearbox, with that whole shit with that dude who now his channel got removed from YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But he came out and said, yo, I was in the wrong. Like, I was in the wrong. I was using thumbnails from private Twitch channels and using those as my thumbnails in YouTube videos and talking about things I shouldn't have been talking about. That's on me. But Gearbox, I know. Gearbox is the bad guy.
You're a part of this too. Yeah,
right?
Gearbox is the bad guy.
2K is the bad guy for protecting their IP.
Yeah.
Right? Nintendo does this shit all the time.
Yeah.
But they get a free pass because it's Nintendo for protecting their IP.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about it for longer than a day or two. all the stuff earlier in the year when they did when Gearbox did the reveal of Borderlands 3, and Randy Pitchford, his quote was, "We're not gonna nickel and dime you. None of that bullshit. There's no gonna be random loot boxes in this game. Period." Everybody chopped up that quote to no loot boxes in Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm.
Or no microtransactions in Borderlands 3. That's not what they said.
Yeah.
They said, we're not going to nickel and dime you with random loot boxes. That's the quote. And then when he came out and said, I don't understand why you guys would fuck me like this, he's completely in the right.
Yeah.
Because they took something and chopped it up to make a salacious story. And
Or
didn't even print the full quote.
Or a lot of sites take a quote and chop it up so many times they do multiple stories.
Right. So he's completely in the right. But once you defend yourself and you're part of a big company, you're a bully. You're the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so fucking over this shit in video games, in real life when it comes to political things or anywhere. I'm so tired of outrage culture and bullies claiming they're being bullied when they fucking start the shit. It's like I told you, man, when you're in school and the bully picks on somebody and then he gets punched in the mouth and then he cries and tells, and the other kid gets in trouble. If you would have kept your mouth and your hands to yourself, you wouldn't have got punched in the face.
I feel like the only thing that's ever okay is the initial claim. Everything else after that, you're someone could spout off whatever they want to spout off, and that ends up being okay. But then everything else is.
And then it really bummed me out because, the whole Apex thing. That's all I always tell you. Like, I hate that Greg Miller never takes a stance, and he always walks the middle. And I understand that he gets a lot of shit for walking the middle and not necessarily picking a side, but not giving an actual opinion on something. And maybe it's not his job to give an editorial opinion. Maybe he's just covering the thing.
And sometimes that's good. Sometimes you want that in a reporter.
Right.
Dave Meltzer could learn a thing or two.
Exactly. But with this Apex thing, a quote came out of context where one of the developers said, called the people who don't buy anything freeloaders. And he said, but we still love you, and our game wouldn't exist without you. But all people took was the freeloaders thing. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard Colin or Tim or Kevin or anybody on Kinda Funny call people who don't subscribe to the Patreon freeloaders, and it's not a big deal because they use it in a very tongue-in-cheek way. Yeah. And that's the way this guy from Apex from Respawn was doing it. Like, he's using it in a very tongue-in-cheek way. And if you would have read the entire quote, you would get that. But no, that's not the thing. He called us freeloaders. Fuck Apex Legends. That's not what he did.
Everyone just changes the narrative to fit
what they want. Yeah, and it's something that I'm so tired of, man. Like, I know you still consume like a lot of games media, but you haven't been playing video games lately. And
100%.
In a way, I'm kind of jealous of that because I would love to be able to just turn all that other shit off, but it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's not. I mean, that's just for whatever reason.
Right. Yeah. You weren't doing that intentionally, but it's a nice byproduct of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But every day I go to Kotaku. I even go to Reset Era. I watch Kinda Funny Games daily. Like, I'm very aware of everything.
Yeah.
So
I'm just tired of people not being able to defend themselves, or the people that do, when they do defend themselves, they're deemed as like, oh, why are you attacking the little guy?
That's what I hate. That's what I meant when I said earlier. Like, I feel like anyone can say whatever they want to start off something, but then, and everyone believes that, and they just eat it up. But then I hate that.
Yeah,
you're not allowed to defend yourself, like
terrible.
You said.
It's such horseshit. Like, there's a quest line in Borderlands 2's DLC that came out at E3 that was like the bridge between Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3 with Claptrap, where he's mining cryptocurrency, and so it's making fun of cryptocurrency, but people took it as a shot at their former lawyer who claimed that Randy Pitchford had embezzled money. This quest line about cryptocurrency was somehow a veiled shot at this lawyer that's suing Randy Pitchford because he claims he embezzled $12 million.
Yeah.
During the quest line, the thing people say is like, during the quest line, you help Claptrap mine this cryptocurrency, and then he quits the Crimson Raiders, and he calls Lilith, who's the commander of the Crimson Raiders, and says, "I quit. I have my own money now. I don't need you anymore." And her response is, "Okay," and then that's it. And then a few seconds later, he goes, "Oh no, the secondary cryptocurrency market has tanked. Lilith, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Can I have my job back?" And she goes, "Okay." And that's it. Like, that's the way that storyline, that quest line closes.
That's funny.
And there's no veiled shot at this fucking guy. Like, it's
Well, people
so
are reading into
stupid.
it.
Yeah, of course they're reading into it because that they have nothing better to fucking do. And it's fucking garbage, man. And like, Gearbox didn't say anything because if they would have said anything, I'm like, well, actually, no, it's not. It's making fun of cryptocurrency. Ooh, get off our back, man. We're just telling you what we saw. No, you're putting your own shit onto something that's not there. You're putting things there that aren't there.
Yeah.
You're adding logic to an illogical situation. And it's so aggravating. And it's the thing I really hate right now about every industry, whether it be video games or movies or, you know, even going into like politics, you know, shit that actually does matter. Unlike video games and TV and movies, like it's the same everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the same outrage of you can't defend yourself.
No.
I can say whatever I want, but you can't say anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm the little guy.
That's why I don't know. I mean, I've felt this way before, but a lot pretty often recently, I've actually gotten to a point where I've gotten complete burnout from my phone, where I've been really tired of just looking at the same websites, going to the same things, refresh, where I actually start to, what the fuck? I need to stop. And a lot of that does have to deal with, I should probably just stop. But a lot of it also has to do with what you're saying. There's so much bullshit out there that it's not even fun to read.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just need to shut it off. And I think that's actually is one reason why I did start dipping my toe back into playing. Again, I never officially
but you
stopped.
kind of you're taking a break.
And there was no thing. It's just I've just sort of still been a little I don't know. It's funny. You get used to not doing something for a month, which I did, you know, when I was gone, and you come back to it, and it wasn't the first thing that I wanted to do.
I did that last summer. There was nothing calling me on the Switch, so it just kind of sat there, and I didn't play it for a month and a half or whatever. And then Paladins came out, and I was like, oh shit, this is and it was something that got me back into picking up my Switch and checking things every day. And I've done that. I did that last year. Seemed like the year I did that because I did it with the PlayStation 2, where I didn't turn it on for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, you were telling me how I get a new TV, so my PlayStation hasn't been turned on at all because I've been watching stuff through the thing. I've just been messing with it. But I don't know. There's just some stuff. You know, bring it to wrestling. I can't read some people's opinion. I don't even know that I want to keep listening to the Grill and JR podcast, this current episode, because the beginning of it was so fucking obnoxious with Conrad and stuff and Jim Ross, and I'm just I don't. Yeah. I can't deal with it. So, it's same with game stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit much, man. And I don't I think these conversations need to happen, but they need to happen in a more mature way.
Yeah.
If you don't like a business practice of a large company, cool. Let's fucking talk about it. But
that stuff all gets buried though.
But when they give you a response, you can't immediately get on the defensive, especially if their response isn't offensive. Because this Apex thing wasn't an offensive response. Yeah. It was this guy telling you how he feels. You know, the freeloaders that don't buy anything, that doesn't matter to us. We love that. Mm-hmm. We want people playing our game. That's what matters. But all that gets chopped is he called us freeloaders. And it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I feel the same way about all words. It's not words, it's intent. It's the intention behind the word.
And I see all these headlines all the time now because there's all these, you know, Google and Chrome, they have this feed and stuff. And so sometimes I'll see the same story 3 or 4 fucking times.
Yeah.
Because it's being written by somebody else, or it's being told in a different way, or they're taking a quote and chopping it up into pieces and writing a completely bullshit fucking article that is maybe a paragraph. Yeah.
That's kind of all I really wanted to talk about today, games wise. I've been playing some games.
Yeah.
I picked up the Crew. I picked up the Crew 2 again the other day because I forgot I owned it. But an update happened, and it's hey, the Crew 2's been updated. I was I fucking own that game?
Yeah.
And I was oh yeah, I do. So I picked it up last night. And I was
did you think you just Redboxed it or something?
I think I did. Yeah, I think that's what I thought. And you know, that game's a lot more fun than I remember it being. Mm-hmm. And I really like the first one also. And I'm probably gonna play some more of that. But everything's gonna get thrown away on the third. Well, next Friday, Astral Chain comes out, and that's already preloaded on my Switch, and I'm so hyped. I hate turning on my Switch now because I see it there. I'm I just want to play it. Yeah. But then after that is Borderlands, and then I don't know what I'm gonna get to after that or how long I'll be playing Borderlands. But yeah, man, that's kind of it.
Okay. Cheesy, we see you. He's giving you shit for not playing Borderlands with him. He's giving us shit for not playing Rocket League with him. I just told you I haven't been playing games much at all. I've just recently started playing the Messenger again on the Switch.
I've been waiting till like my wife and kids go to bed to play video games because it's too hot to play games during the day.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a near launch PS4 and it sounds like a fucking jet engine even after I blow it all out.
Yeah.
And it radiates so much heat. I sweat like I am now if I play games during the day.
Yeah. So it'll happen, Cheesy.
Yeah.
I promise you it'll happen.
Dude, we're gonna play 3. Like, there's no excuse to not play 3 because of the instance loot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could be a level 50 and still play with anybody because of the way they're doing the loot. So it'll happen, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely with
Borderlands
3.
will happen. Rocket League is gonna happen because like that's just I don't know.
I gotta get back to that.
I feel like I need to practice again.
I think that's it. It's 3 o'clock. I gotta pee.
Take us away.
All right, so for everyone that joined us in the chat, Cheesy, Bryant, Broken Wolf, you were late. You were late. And where's our Discord invite? Thank you for joining us. If you are listening to this show on audio or, again, I think the only other time you hear this is on the full show, just check out our social media and you'll find out when we go live on the weekend. Usually on Saturdays, but I don't like to make any promises. So that's what we do. Again, if you don't catch us live, you can hear the audio version of this podcast on SSWL.com on Tuesdays and on most podcast services. And then as a little preview for the full show, we throw up clips throughout the week. They give you a little taste of everything, and then you can see everything that happens between the clips when we put up the full show on Friday.
Hit that Instagram for exclusive videos on Instagram TV.
Instagram, sometimes videos on Facebook too, right?
Yeah.
Like and subscribe us if you want.
Leave a comment below.
We're not gonna beg. I don't want to do that.
Give us 5 stars,
use that,
man.
Use that
Helps
Prime,
the algorithm.
Use that Prime membership. Use that Prime
I
membership
know.
to subscribe if you want.
That just shows how old
It's free
you
money.
are.
It's free money. It's free money.
Yeah.
Once a month.
Yeah. You
Amazon just stealing your money.
You can be part of our Discord if you do that.
Yep.
We'll send you the link. Should automatically join us. But
join the Discord and watch us talk shit.
Yep.
To each other.
So until next time.
That's some shit we like. I gotta pee.